Jordan Peterson's 12 Rules for Life. You've probably heard of it. It sold millions of copies and kicked up a ton of debate. But underneath those seemingly simple rules, there's a really deep and complex philosophy. So what's the actual framework holding it all together? In this explainer, we're going to unpack the core ideas right from the book's introduction to really understand its proposed antidote to the chaos of modern life.
Right off the bat, the book hits you with this powerful idea. It sets a really serious philosophical tone from page 1. It's basically saying that deep down, all of us crave a life that feels heroic and authentic. So this isn't just simple self-help, It's a call to something much, much deeper.
All right, so here's our game plan. First, we'll look at the problem the book is trying to solve. Then, we'll dive into its pretty surprising origin story. After that, we'll break down its core ideas: order, chaos, and being. Then we'll explore the proposed solution, which is all about meaning. And finally, we'll see how it all circles back to individual responsibility.
So why does the book even talk about needing an antidote? What's the big problem? Well, it starts by diagnosing this fundamental issue in our modern world, a feeling that a lot of us are lost, like we don't have a compass to guide us.
The argument is that as traditional value systems have faded, they've left this huge void. When everything is relative, when there's no clear right or wrong, it's incredibly hard to know what's worth aiming for. And this vacuum, according to the book, doesn't just lead to freedom, it pushes people toward two really dangerous extremes.
On one side, you get the chaos of nihilism. That's the trap of nothing matters, so why bother, which leads straight to despair. But on the other side, you have the rigid, dangerous certainty of ideology, the kind that offers easy answers to everything but can end up justifying horrible things. The book tries to chart a course right down the middle, between those two pitfalls.
Now, what's really fascinating is where this whole deep philosophical project actually came from. You might picture a dusty old library, but the truth is, its origins are super modern and almost, accidental.
Get this, it all started back in 2012 on Quora. Yeah, the question and the answer website. Peterson just casually posted a list of life rules, and it started to get a lot of attention. A literary agent saw it, saw the potential, and for the next 3 years, that simple online list was expanded, fleshed out with mythology and psychology, and transformed into the bestseller we all know today.
Okay, so to really get the rules, you first have to understand the book's basic model of reality. It breaks down our entire world of experience into 3 core components. Think of these as the building blocks for everything else.
First up, you have order. This is the simple stuff. It's everything you know and understand. Your job, your friends, the traffic lights. It's the predictable, structured world that keeps things stable and secure.
And then you have chaos. This is the complete opposite. It's the unknown, the unexpected curveball. It could be losing your job, but it could also be a brilliant new idea. Chaos is what smashes order. And here's the key. It's both terrifying and the source of all new things.
And finally, there's being. This is the whole shebang. It's the total reality that you live in, your conscious experience. Imagine you're walking a path. On one side is the safety of order, on the other is the terrifying potential of chaos. Your consciousness is the thing that has to navigate that path, constantly balancing between the two.
And the book argues this isn't just some abstract philosophy, it's baked right into our biology. And this is where the famous lobsters come in. The point is that structures of order, like social hierarchies, are ancient. We're talking hundreds of millions of years old. It's a deep biological reality, not just some recent human invention.
Okay, so if life is this constant dance between order and chaos, how are we supposed to navigate it? How do you walk that line? Well, this brings us right to the book's central solution, its antidote. First off, the book says, forget about happiness. It actually calls the pursuit of happiness a pitiful ideology. Why? Because happiness is fragile. It's a fair-weather friend. The second real suffering or tragedy hits, and it always does, happiness is gone in a flash.
So, if not happiness, then what? The book presents 2 paths. On one side is expedience. That's the easy way out, doing what's convenient, telling that little lie, avoiding a hard task. It's all short-term and selfish. The other path is meaning. This is the mature alternative. It's when you aim for something higher, something that makes things better. And that, the book argues, is what gives you the strength to get through the suffering that's built into life.
This quote really gets to the heart of it. Suffering is unavoidable. It's part of the deal of being alive. So you need something powerful to put up against it, to make it bearable. And that something, according to the book, is meaning. It's not a luxury, it's a necessity. It's your shield.
So how do you get this meaning? Well, here's the crucial twist. You don't find it. You create it. You forge it. How? By voluntarily confronting what you're afraid of, by stepping into chaos, and by shouldering responsibility, by picking up the heaviest load you can carry and trying to make things better.
And this brings us to the final, and maybe the most important theme in the whole philosophy: the incredible power and the profound duty that rests on the shoulders of every single one of us. The book is crystal clear on this. The ultimate source of value and meaning in the world isn't a group, it's not an ideology, it's not a nation. It's found in the consciousness of the individual. You are at the very center of your own universe.
And there it is, laid out as plainly as possible. The book draws a direct line. Choosing to accept responsibility for your life, for your mistakes, for your potential, for your family, that is the exact same thing as deciding to live a meaningful life. They're one and the same.
So this is the final, huge proposition. The argument is that the way to a better world isn't through some grand, top-down social plan. It's from the bottom up. It starts with each and every person taking individual responsibility to put their own life in order. And if enough people do that, the positive effects will ripple out, improving families, communities, and maybe even the whole world.
And so the book leaves us with this huge, challenging question. It's not just a philosophical puzzle, it's a personal challenge. It puts the responsibility squarely in our court, asking what kind of world we could actually create if each of us decided to aim for the highest good we could imagine. That is a powerful idea to think about.